You saw a contractor's at two-story house, all in 1.5 million pesos. Sounds like a dream, right? But when you move in, there's no paint, no lights, no tiles. You have to finish the house with your own money. So why does this happen? Let's break it down. You're stressed looking for a house and lot or a contractor to build your dream home. There are a lot of options out there, but one ad catches your eye. It is an ad from a contractor offering a two-story house with a floor area of around 100 square meters for 1.5 million pesos. All in, it sounds complete. Finally, the house you can show to your friends and family without them laughing at you for still living in a condo or with your parents. You're excited, so you send a message to the contractor to get the ball rolling. After a couple of days, you're already at the site viewing the house, and you start getting excited. You see the painted walls, the tiles, the ceiling, and suddenly it feels like your dream home. But wait, the contract says that the house is all in 1.5 million pesos, yet there's still a lot of things that are missing. For example, the house has no paint, no lights, no tiles, no cabinets, no ceiling. The list goes on and on. So did you just get scammed? Not yet. But what does all in really mean? Because the way the contractor explains it may not be the same with how you perceive it. Many contractors use all in their ads to grab your attention. But once you step into the office, they tell you that the 1.5 million pesos all in is actually just the structural shell. Structural shell means just the beams, columns, roof, and maybe the plastered walls. Basically, it means that they returning over the house to you, so that you can already use it as is. But most of the time it's not even finished, as in the walls are still bare and you can still see the rebar of the concrete. Nothing else is included in the deal. The tiles, the ceilings, the lighting, the cabinets, those are not included in the 1.5 million pesos. When the contractor shows you the house with paint, tiles, and everything that you saw in the ad, he might say, imagine if you live here, but imagine instead paying for it. In most cases, they will add up all those items to the original contract and charge you for it. And since you already signed the contract, you have no choice but to pay for it. Some contractors will even offer to remove these extras from the contract and just give you the 1.5 million pesos all in-house. So it's best to read the fine print, because by removing these items from the contract, they can easily change the price later on. It's also important to note that if you already signed the contract, you won't be able to negotiate anymore. Most likely, the contractor will tell you that the new price is final and non-negotiable. He already has the upper hand, and you have no choice but to accept it or cancel the contract and look for a new contractor, which will take more time and effort. So why do contractors use this trick? Simple, because they know that 1.5 million pesos all in grabs people's attention. It sets people's expectation at a minimum. It attracts many homeowners who are interested, and it makes people rush into signing the contract because they think that they are getting a great deal. Once they have you in the office, they'll show you the plans and say that the 1.5 million pesos is only for the structural shell. So if you want the house, as you saw in the ad, you have to pay extra. Otherwise, they'll just give you the bare minimum. How much do these extras cost? If the finishes like tiles, ceiling, lighting, and cabinets cost 400,000 pesos, then it's possible that mechanical, electrical, plumbing, fire, and sanitary, or MEPFS, will cost 200,000 pesos. That means that the 1.5 million pesos all-in is now 2.2 million pesos. And that's just a conservative estimate. Now, we're not saying that you should get a contractor that offers a low price per square meter. Of course not. There are reliable contractors out there that offer quality houses at affordable prices. But it's important to know what to look for and what questions to ask, because some contractors are willing to offer lower prices, but they tend to cut corners. They use cheaper materials, skip inspections, and offer you a deal that seems too good to be true. So what are those hidden costs that you need to watch out for? How can you make sure that you're not being scammed? Here's our 4-step advice to help you avoid this situation. Step no. 1. Don't rely on memory. Most people enter into contracts without reading it thoroughly because they trust the salesperson. But a contract can have confusing terms, especially if it's favorable to the contractor. So don't just rely on your memory. Ask for a copy of the contract so that you can review it with your spouse, family members, friends, or even your architect or engineer. This way, you have multiple perspectives and you can spot red flags before signing on the dotted line. Step number 2. Get everything in writing. Don't let the salesperson talk you into anything. If something is not in writing, it didn't happen. Always insist that all agreements be put in writing. If you agree on a certain amount for the total contract price, make sure that it's written in the contract. Also, if there are items that are supposedly included in the contract price, make sure that it's written there as well. So if you agree that the house is all in 1.5 million pesos, write it down. Make sure that the contractor doesn't sneak in a clause that says that the 1.5 million pesos is only for the structural shell. Step no. 3. Check the payment terms. One of the common tricks of scammers is to ask for a large down payment. Be wary of contractors that ask for a big down payment, because it's a sign that they are not confident in their ability to deliver the project. After all, how could they scam you if they have your money? That's why it's best to have a staggered payment scheme where you pay the contractor as he completes certain milestones of the construction. For example, you can pay 10% down payment, 30% during construction, 30% upon completion, and the remaining 30% upon turnover. Step number 4. Compare apples to apples. This is probably the most important step in your home buying journey. Very few contractors will offer a real all-in deal nowadays. A real all-in should include the structure finishes, MEPFS, and permits. But not all contractors will offer that up front. That's why you need to ask what's included in writing. If a contractor is not willing to tell you what's included, it's probably because there's nothing to include. He's probably trying to hide that the 1.5 million pesos is only for the structural ship. If you're confused, if you're tired of all the technical terms and complex calculations, download our checklist today and compare real vs. fake deals before you sign. The first 50 people to download the checklist will get a free consultation with our team. Just send us a message and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. And that's it. Now you know what to look out for when a contractor tells you that their house is all in 1.5 million pesos. But it's okay. If you missed this episode, because we have more videos about finding the best home loan, comparing real vs fake deals, and choosing the right contractor. Click here to subscribe so that you don't miss any of these videos. Our mission is to make home buying easy and accessible for every Filipino. Our goal is to empower every Filipino to own a home through education and technology. Follow us on social media for daily real estate tips. And visit our website if you're looking for a reliable housing partner.